This is CNN Breaking News.
September 10, 2019, 7:15 a.m. Anna Garcia was found lying face down, unresponsive in her home. My name is Cece Groch. 911 was called by a close neighbor for a dog barking hours on end. First responders explained that all doors and windows were shut and that there was no sign of a break-in. Anna was last seen walking her dog the day before her death. It is now known that Anna has had many health issues, including diabetes. Now to Kenna with more on the case.
Thanks, Cece. Now on to evidence. The first piece of evidence is the alcohol that was found at the crime scene. Anna's BAC was over the legal drinking limit, which is 0.08 or higher. According to www.ncbi.gov, it states that a person's BAC level is over 0.08 that can be impaired. Anna's BAC was 0.85. This means that Anna had enough alcohol in her system to impair her, which could lead her to her death. BAC lowers as time goes on, which means that Anna's BAC must have been very high to intoxicate the night prior to her death. There was also vomit found in her oral cavity, which was most likely caused from her overload in alcohol. If Anna were to take medications, the mixture of the medicine and the alcohol could have added on to her intoxication. At the crime scene, there were traces of aspirin found. Anna was taking the medication for her back pain. The aspirin and alcohol mixed together could have added to her intoxication. According to the National Institute of Alcohol Abuse, it states that if a person were to take 2 tablets of aspirin and drink, it could cause you to be drowsy, which most likely caused Anna to lose her balance and fall, which caused her gash wound when she fell onto the table. Now on to Evelyn, more on the case.
Thanks, Kenna. At the crime scene, there was blood spatters found, but the blood spatters that could not have been from an attack because there was only minimal bleeding. According to the autopsy report, there was blood trauma, a 5 millimeter deep gash wound on Anna's right temple. If Anna were attacked, the injury would have been worse, like a skull fracture or even major bleeding. The forensic report shows that there was no signs of struggle, which means that Anna was not attacked. We know this because there was no evidence of post-mortem tampering and rigor mortis was generalized. On the autopsy report, it was reported that Anna's fingernails had turned a bluish-gray color, which means that she had a lack of oxygen. Now back to Cece.
Thank you, Evelyn. Anna Garcia's manner of death is concluded as an accident. This is because of her blood alcohol concentration being so high and then mixing it with the acetylsalicylic acid. This could not have been a homicide because of the evidence found at the crime scene, and there was no injuries proving that there was a struggle. There was also no evidence of post-mortem tampering, proving the manner of death to be an accident.